today, because all kind of action is going on, all kind of crazy stuff is happening in our family. So we're going to talk about what's going on in our family and why. But before we do that, hello, hello, hello. It's your girl Fabulous. And you guys know what we do here. We are straight up going to be talking about real people, real conversation, and we just going to let it rip. So if you have kids with sensitive ears, take them and put them in the back or put an earmuff over them, because we're going to talk stuff that's about grown-ups and a little bit of children too. No?
I know you're going to say that the kids on
No? They already know it, right? Because they all got a cell phone, right? Yes. All right. So before we do that, we're going to take you guys to a commercial. All right? Check this out.
Every story begins with a single conversation. Every conversation carries a story. Every story has the power to change a life. Every voice deserves to be heard. And every conversation has the power to inspire.
Every conversation begins with a connection. Every connection brings a new perspective. And together, every voice has the power to inspire.
Every great conversation begins with a single voice. 4 voices, 1 purpose, 1 unforgettable conversation. Welcome to Let It Rip.
Every conversation begins with compassion. Every act of kindness creates hope. Together, we serve. Together, we make a difference. We can't feed everyone, but everyone can feed someone.
I like that. I like that.
It's pretty neat.
It's pretty good. Good. Very good. Very good job, Nen. That's very good. I like it.
That's my AI.
That's Nim doing the AI stuff, boy. Because I'm like, it's okay. It's all good.
Is that a bonnet on your head?
Huh?
Is that a bonnet?
No, it's not a bonnet.
Oh.
It's not a bonnet.
Okay.
It's a design. It's a design.
I like the one you had on the day earlier. This one right here makes it, you look like you have on a bonnet.
You look like a bonnet, but no, this is not a bonnet. It's a design.
Okay.
I have one with the pearls on the front right here.
I'll get my berry.
And I have one with some diamond studs on it. So no, It's not. It's not. But I could go change it now. If it
let's
like
do that. Because it's bothering me.
No. My brother say he don't like it. I'm gonna change it. Go ahead, Rob. You up?
Right. Come on, Rob. Let's talk.
What are we talking about?
We can't be looking like we in Walmart with our house shoes on and stuff like that. We can't be doing that. That's what we can't do. Yeah. Now, miss you today, man.
What I need?
I missed you today.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a lot, man.
I know it's a lot, but that's our lives, man.
Yes.
Our lives are a lot. If you have nothing going on, you could. I don't know how that works. I can't go any further with that. When you have nothing in life going on, then I don't know.
If there's nothing going on, then you're not living.
That's right.
That's correct.
Right. So
exactly. There's always something going on.
Right.
So it's a balance.
Right. It's a balance, and I don't know if it's a balance. I think it's an imbalance, because you want to get it balanced, but we always seem like we have a lot less time to do all the stuff we need to do, so we're kind of off balance most of the time.
And the thing is we could find a way to balance it, but the thing is we spend time on other things.
Yeah.
It's always life is a balance every day. You get up and you got to do this, you got to do that, and you got to find a way to fit all that stuff within that time you have 24 hours, and you got to fit everything that you're doing within those 24 hours.
Yeah.
And if you could, if the most things you could get accomplished within that 24 hours makes you a genius or makes you the master of your time. But that's all it is.
I think life is a seeking of balance, because I think we're in a continual cycle of being off balance. All right. And I think we're just trying to seek balance, because we always have more to do than we have time to get it done.
Oh yeah, always.
Right.
You know, and for me, if I always have something to do. And,
always.
Yeah, and I said if I wake up one day and I have nothing to do, then something is wrong.
We're gonna be singing slow songs and walking, holding you to a hole in the ground. That's what's gonna be happening. When the day you wake up and you have nothing to do,
it's the day you actually don't wake up.
That's the day you don't wake up.
Yeah.
You're a homeowner. So as a homeowner, you're always going to have something that could be done. So you always have something to do.
Yes.
Right. And until the lungs don't work anymore, and the brain isn't sending signals around, and the hands can't move and legs can't, motivate you to get around, you're gonna always have something to do. We're always gonna be off balance.
Right.
With things left to do. When we stop breathing, we'll have things that were left undone.
And how we balance those things?
I don't think we do.
We don't. We just go with emotion.
Right.
Right. There's ups and downs.
Ups
and downs. Right. And ups and downs.
But the thing is, in life, when there's like if you go to a job, right? So if you gotta go to work, and you gotta clock in.
Yeah.
You that controls what you do during that day. Or during the week. And a lot of people, they have to have that schedule, so that they have to have, I go in, I clock in, and I do my time and I get out. You take them out of that and they off balance.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, why? You could do the same thing that you did when you were going to work. You go in, you clock in, and you do 8 hours or you do overtime and then you clock up. But if you take those people and you put them in a environment where they don't have to do that, they have balance.
Right. There are people, this as a project manager, this. You hire people to do work, and they will do exactly what you tell them to do, but you have to tell them the next thing to do.
Yes.
And then they'll do that thing, and then you have to tell them the next thing to do. And also as a PM, you bid a job, you get the job. You tell them, okay, I can have the job done in 90 days. That first day you go to work, you have no intention of finishing the job. You just have to start the job and do as much as you can get done that day.
Yes. And you know what I realized, and I think it's getting worse. People, they get a job. They have a job to do. They have a project to do, and they try to find the easiest way out of not to do it.
Yeah.
How can I do this without doing it?
Most inventions were, especially during slavery, those people were trying to find an easier way to get their job done. So I can take this hard piece of metal, I can sharpen it real good, and I can dig in the dirt, and I don't have to dig with my fingers. Okay, I'll make a hole. Right. I need to dig this dirt out, but I don't have. How about a shovel? Right. I want to get my job. I have to get my job done, but I don't have to work as hard to get the job done. What we find now is people who have no work ethic. So they don't really want to do the job at all. So they want to find, like you said, a shortcut or a way around doing the work at all. When that's counterproductive. That you aren't being productive if you're just trying to get out of doing the job. Because the job has to be done, and we hired you to do a job. So, well, you can find an easier way to do it if it's going to get the job done like we need to get it done.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out how can I get through the day without doing anything.
I just want to check. I want to come here, do the least amount possible, and still get the most money possible.
And they don't learn or grow in that situation. No. Oh my goodness. We have so many children that are growing up to be adults that don't know how to work, don't want to work.
And sadly, it's the boys, man.
But they want to get paid.
But they want to get paid.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
Big bucks.
Yeah. As much you and again, as you are PM, I'm a business owner. So I hire people every now and then, and I see the lack of training, the lack of desire, the lack of a willingness to do what I need to do to get the job done, care, or as simple as pride. I have pride in my work, so I want my work to look good when I finish my work, and I want somebody, pay me, but I want you to tell me, oh, that's a good job. I want you to look at it and say, oh, that looks so much better than it did before you came. You know, but they don't have that anymore. They don't care. It seems.
We are in a stage to where we have the most information that we ever have. We have the speed to get things done in a fast amount of time. Mm-hmm. We in an age where things are simple. Information is there, but we also in an age where we literally we're not getting anything done.
No, Rob. Everybody wants to be an influencer, Rob. I want to influence you to whatever it is I want to
like my videos, right?
Yeah,
that's what they aspire to.
Influence,
at least in America.
Yes, it's amazing. It's huge.
It's sad.
You know, and Camille asking what we're talking about. So
well, we can go to. You said you want to talk about family, right? We were just talking about the state of affairs, people working, not working. Oh, ebbs and flows and balance is where we started.
It's all about the family.
It is. I mean,
everything that we're saying.
Yeah. Somebody is, and I want to use the word raising, but I really can't use the word raising because they're really not being raised. Somebody is growing up these kids in their homes, and they don't realize, okay, if you have a son that you're raising him to be a man. If you're not training him to be a man, some woman is going to get some garbage that you just grew up in your house.
Ooh.
Some woman, at some point, some woman is going to have to deal with what you grew up. And I can't use the word raise because raise is a verb. That's an action verb. Raise. You know, he don't just grow up. He's raised. You're training him. You're putting time into him, and you're directing him and guiding him to where he needs to be, to the man that he needs to be one day to take care of some woman, and do what needs to be done. So yes, yeah. So yeah, that's one of the things that I'm concerned with, because when these kids now are just it's sad in most cases.
And we don't understand that it's all starts from home.
Oh,
You know?
ALL. Exclamation point.
Yeah, it's all start at home. You know, and we got Pastor Darty
Welcome.
on the line, and this Mama D right here. That's my spiritual mom, and she know what it means to be raising boys, because all she got is boys.
Oh, wow.
So
Tell us about it.
Pastor Darty, can you come in and tell us about how you able to raise all these strong, respected, all these strong men that you raise, both sons and grandsons?
Well,
how do you do it?
For me, I believe that when it comes to bringing your children up from birth to whatever age it is, there has to be something in you, okay, in order to do that. I am my children's friend, but I'm mama first, okay? I show up at parties, but I don't party with my children, okay? I don't do what they do, okay? And I don't really have to tell you, Camille and Rob, about that. I'm not gonna, all of my children are grown. All of them are in their 40s and 50s, okay? All of my grandsons are grown. I've got 8 of them.
Wow.
So they know that I'm not saying anything twice to them. Okay. And that's strictly because of respect. They have respect for me. That's the way I grew them up. And I've always taught them that we don't fight each other. We fight for each other. Okay. And that's what we do. But before we fight, come and see mama. You know, let's sit down and talk. Let's figure it out and figure out if that's really what we need to do or if there's another way of doing it. So my boys, except for one, loves to talk it out. But I got that one that's a fighter. And I always say he got that from his grandmother. Okay. And that was because of the life that she led before she found God. She would fight and she would cuss now, you know. So he doesn't cuss, but it don't take much to rile him up, you know. It don't take much. And then it takes those other 2 that I got, because I have 3 sons. It takes those other 2 to kind of talk him down and make him behave like he's supposed to behave. Because I watched him when he was 16 years old. This guy used to pick on him all the time, okay? But what he not fighting him or cussing him or anything, but he wanted to let him know that, you know, I rule this. This is who I am. And the kids come running to the door. Mama Ross, come outside. And I'm like, what's going on? Oh, Terrell is beating up. His name was Great. We called him Great Ape. And he was big, like an 8 too. But Terrell was really tall. But I mean, he put a whooping on him too.
Oh boy.
So they did get him off of him, okay. But now he's in his 50s. But today, him and Great Ape, they're great friends. You know, guy comes over the whole 9 yards, okay.
Right.
And then I saw him. Some boys stole my oldest son's car, and I said, "Hey, look, don't tell Terrell," because he was at work. I said, "Don't." I was going to church. I said, "Don't tell him." So when I get home, why do I got to go to the police station to get him?
Oh boy.
Because they told him. They say, what happened, the boys were sitting on the porch next to us, and they were really just going on and on about how they had stole my son's car and what they did. They were kids in the neighborhood. And my oldest son said, well, Mom, I was trying to get him in the yard. When he got home, he said, but they kept talking, and he told them, don't talk. Just don't say no more. Y'all need to be quiet. And say one of them just kept talking, and say he opened that gate and went out of that gate, and say he snatched him off of the porch. So when I get to the police station, the police say, well, the boy said that he beat him with a tire iron.
Oh my goodness.
He did not. He beat him with his fist.
Oh,
he only beat him with his fist.
It was like a tire.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I took some of the kids in the neighborhood with me when I went to go pick him up. Okay, so they told him, say no, and they told the police what happened, and they let him go. They just let him go without anything. But that one, woo, child, I'm telling you,
right?
Yeah, but and then the same thing with my grandsons. Two of them are Chicago police. One is making a career out of the Navy, and the other two, they just work regular jobs. But I let them know that whatever is going on, we're still family, and they know I don't tolerate that. So even when we have Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner or gatherings, I let them all know, especially if it's at my house. When you get here, whatever's going on between y'all, you got to leave it on the other side of the door, or you need to stay at home. Don't come. Okay. I said, because one thing we're not going to do is we're not going to fight and argue within the family. So everybody's cool. Now, when that's over with, they getting on each other, but not at my house. Okay. They know to calm down at my house.
But listening to all that, you use the word that I used a few minutes ago, but I don't think that word is fitting for what happened at your house. You said they grew up at your house. No, that term goes for those who don't put in time and don't give instruction and don't give parameters and don't set up barriers and give instruction.
Yeah.
Your boys were raised at your house. That verb I was talking about a few minutes ago.
Yes.
Yes.
So your boys, you already said it. They knew, and they even know how to act at your house, around you. There's a level of respect that you poured into them and created in them when they were boys. Now we call them boys, but they married and they Rob's age. We younger. But we ain't boys no more. I mean, we grown. So when you do what you have done for your children, when you get to your age and they get to their age that they are now, there's a level of respect and appreciation that they have for what you did.
Well, not only them, I have a bunch of spiritual sons. Right. I got more spiritual sons than I have fingers. And it's the same thing with them. When those guys come to the house, my sons don't even have to be here, and they'll come to the house, And
it sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I open the door, let them in.
Oh my goodness! I've heard you say all these things. Did in your sermon that time? Did you talk about this?
I did.
Okay. I know I'd heard this before. I'm like, wait a minute, why is it so familiar?
I'm one of the spiritual sons.
Oh, yeah.
Respect is due.
Right, exactly. You earned that. You set the stage. You didn't do things when they were younger that they can look at you as a respectable woman. Now, what is this? Okay. Right. Where did everybody go? So,
we're still here, but we're just looking at the Neil and Rob. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's hard for me to talk to you and I can't see you. I'm not the professional.
That better?
That's better. Okay. So yeah, you lay groundwork to get to where you are now. People look up to you who you didn't feed when they were 10. And okay, yeah. Well, you didn't feed when they were 10, but they saw you when they were 10 or 12 or 15 or whatever. And now they respect you, and now you can count on them if you need them, because they knew they could count on you when they were boys.
Oh yeah, I don't play no games. I don't have time for no drama. I don't have time for all of that. Like right. It's like even when my children aren't around, my spiritual sons are watching over me, taking care of me, and right. Let people know, no, oh no, you don't talk like that in front of Mama Ross, or right. I'm in the house and they'll stop by, Mama Ross, what you cook? I said, I ain't cooked nothing. You want me to go get you something to eat? No, you don't have to go get me nothing to eat, and things right. like that, So, and like I said, I think that all of that is just it's just respect.
It's just right.
And right. Things that I allowed them to do and things I didn't allow them to do. Now, I'm not going to say they didn't get away with stuff behind my back. Oh. I'm sure they did. Okay. Right. But when I knew what was going on, it's kind of like David and David's son, when David's son got into his devilish ways, and God had to reprimand David because he wouldn't take his son and do the right thing by him. You need to talk to him. You need to whoop him, whatever it takes, and that's me. And thank God I never had to, I take that back. I had to lay hands on one of them once, but I take that back. I was about to say, you made some boys. If you made boys. only one time. My middle son is really tall and got a thick voice. And I was cooking and he kind of raised his voice at me really kind of loud. And I was cutting up some chicken and I slapped him with that knife. You slapped him with the knife? I slapped him with the knife. It was just
old school, baby.
But he didn't get cut. He didn't get cut or anything. But I tell you what, he never raised his tone at me again.
That's right. You cut it. You cut it, Mom.
And my youngest son snuck out of the house. I told him he couldn't go out. He snuck out. Yeah. So I had to kind of jump on him. See, one thing that my kids know, I fought all of my life. Okay, because I fought for my brother. He get in trouble. They come looking for him. He pushed me to the front of the line. Okay,
he was a younger brother?
No, he was my older brother. He's the oldest. No.
Be wrong for that.
Yeah, they'll do that. They're grown and they'll do that now. Get in trouble and hide behind me and say, "You need to take care of that." So it's one of those things.
Oh wow!
And you put them hands on them. I think you said.
Oh yeah.
I thought I heard you say earlier that they had an aunt or a grandma or something.
They got it from the grandma. Now they got
grandma. Your grandkids got it from their grandma.
Only one is a fighter. The other two boys that I have, you really have to push them to get them to fight. But you don't have to do that middle one. You ain't got to push him nowhere.
Oh boy.
But one other thing that I've seen and understand and respect. They respect her. And when you live your life a certain way, you don't have to demand respect. The respect is gonna be there,
right?
Because you live your life in a way that people will respect you. I met Miss Ross, Mama D, and I respect her. And she's like a mom to me. Because she demands respect. She commands the way she lives, the way she carries herself. You have to respect her. you know, and all her sons and her grandson, I met a lot of them, and I tell them all the time, I said, I love your mom, I respect your mom, I respect your grandma, you know, because she's that type of person, you know. And I think
Don't forget to
Yeah.
as a elderly person, as a mom or a dad, you have to live your life the way that you want your kids or your grandkids to copy it, you know. If you doing tough things that you're not supposed to do, how you expect them to respect you? You know, if you're not living a respectable life, how you expect them to respect you?
Right.
You know, you have to be that example for them, and it starts at home.
It does. It does.
So
Yeah, one thing for sure, if you don't raise them, somebody else will.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna be raised. They're gonna be raised one
Yeah.
way or another. And the thing though about it, Rob, though, our generation, yours and mine, we probably the last one that was raised the way we were raised.
Yes.
oh yeah, we the last
Yeah.
breed.
Right. Yeah. You know, the kids that are raised are being I can't, it's hard for me to use the word raised. You know, I can use that word, allowing kids to grow
Dragged up.
It's
You
just
want
hard.
to use dragged up? Dragged up. It's still an action word. Dragged up. Yeah, raise meaning it's happening together. It's an action, but you could say dragged up because a lot of these kids nowadays, you talk to them too hard as a parent, they want to fight. But I'm telling you, I didn't have to whoop my kids. All I had to do was look at them.
Yeah.
Monique say something, I look at her, she knows. She said, oh, whatever you do, don't make that Jamaican mama come out. My son would say the same thing. Mom, is it you, mom, or this is the Jamaican mom? Because I no, you don't loud talk me. You listen, because when I speak, I'm the last word. But you know what they used to do? They used to run to their daddy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They used to run to him all the time.
Yeah, he's a softie in your relationship.
Well, that's the balance. That goes back to what we opened up.
Yeah, they run to him, and he look at me. I said, "Remember, it stops with mom, because if I let it go, and you take care of it, I'm gonna back up, and they're gonna use him, because what? He's dead.
There's got to be a safe haven somewhere.
What?
Yeah, there's safe haven
is their adulthood.
Yeah, it's got to be a safe. It's got to be a safe word.
What are you trying to say?
It's not.
I'm not safe
But
with me.
you have to know how. For me, it was a safe haven. That doesn't mean that everything is final, but they'll come to me and the discussion will carry on. So there's a safe. You know,
you're softy, Rob. That's all. I mean, you're a sweet guy, and we love you.
You know what they call it? The lollipop.
Okay. You know,
lollipop.
Okay.
Lick this one right here, and it's done.
So
lollipop right here.
This was what it is, right? The password, when my kids were growing up, the password was mommy. So anything they want to get, anything they want, when they were babies, I tell them mommy. So I teach them the first word you want to say is mommy. Everything you need, anything you want is mommy. You know, but when they get older, they'll come to me because I'm the soft. But they have to be, you know, they have to be a
what you going through, fabulous,
right?
You know, and like I always tell my kids, I said to them, I said,
now. And the kids have
always,
grown and gone, and you're still digging a hole.
Always run home. If a kid is running away from home, is a problem.
There's a problem.
Home is the safe place. Home is where you feel you're supposed to be secure, and it don't matter. Husband, wife, kids, home. When you go home, you're supposed to be comfortable and happy. And I always tell my kids that. My students, I tell them the same thing. You could run home, but if you're running away from home, I want to know why, because something is wrong. You know, and that was it with me. You know, home is the safe place.
See how
And
he tried to stray away from what we were talking about?
No, it's not.
Him being a lollipop, and the kids then would sucker him, and they couldn't sucker me. You hear how he just trying to? Did you guys hear that?
I think it's always one in the family that kids do that with. My kids did that with my husband. The one thing that I said, like when they got teenagers, though, was I had told my son that he wanted a car, and my husband was going to help him get a car. I said, "No, you're not. He needs to get a job, and he needs to put money aside. And then if you want to put money with it, you can." He said, "I'm going to get him a car." I said, "Okay, while you get in the car, make sure you get a new address for you and him."
There you go. There you go.
I said, and if you think
they knew you was the boxer in the family.
I said, if you can't find a new address, I'll help you find it. I'll even pay the first month's rent. Okay. I didn't have that problem anymore. You know, if they run to him, they would say, "Well, what did your mom say?"
Yeah. So we're gonna go with that answer.
Yeah, because I'm like, we got to be on the same page, because if we don't, the kids will divide us and cause us to go to war with each other. No, I wasn't having that.
Into that.
I said we gotta stay together until they get grown and move out. So we can't let them come in between us. Right. You know,
and that makes them so much stronger children when they have that balance. When I used to tell my kids in my classrooms, I'm like, it's sad that the situation is what it is when there are no men in the household. And I think right now it's about 75 or almost 80% of children being raised by single women. And see, when a boy grows up to be that way, and we've had this conversation before, Rob and I, they grow up with an imbalance. They're strong mama, very light on the daddy side. So they don't have that balance that you just talked about. Your husband, he's there to try to offset what you give. You give a lot of that feminine side, but you were strong like a man. You were
afraid to say it, bro. You were afraid to say it. You have to be strong.
I know, but that was me and that though. That's what I'm saying.
Well, and I think that's because my mom was a single mom, and I didn't really have a childhood. Right. I had to raise those other kids. Okay. Yeah. So I think that kind of made the difference when I started having kids. Yeah. Yep. So that'll do it. But I know that with and I would imagine it's with boys or girls, that you have to have boundaries that they cannot cross.
Yes.
And you just gotta as my grandmama used to say, you gotta ring it in them. That means you got to make sure you sing it all the time,
Amen.
Yeah. Amen. So, because I hear my kids now saying to their own kid, "Oh, Mom, now I know what you were talking about." I said, I know you do, And one of the things that I always told mine, because I wanted them to go to school, get an education, or go to school, get a trade. Mm-hmm. So my oldest son, he would go and quit. So I said, okay, Mama's got a new rule. Yeah. You can stay here for 1 year.
Okay. Yeah.
If you go get a McDonald's job, then after a year, you got to live off of that McDonald's job. You're getting out of here. You're not going to stay here. Okay. So as I think he was like 19, and he had a job. He was going to school for EMT.
Oh, okay.
But he went for 3 months and he quit.
How long was the program?
The program is about 3 months.
No, the program was 6 months.
6 months.
Here
Okay.
in Chicago, it's a little bit different.
Okay. Yeah.
So I packed up his little rags in boxes and I sit him out in the backyard. So when he came home from doing whatever he was doing out there, and he knocked on the door, I said, Brian don't live here anymore.
Wait a minute. You talking Brian. Telling Brian that Brian don't live there anymore.
Yeah. I said, Brian don't live here anymore.
Brian
All of his stuff is in the backyard. Okay.
But
I
you were
said,
talking to
because
Brian. Why do you think you don't? Brian don't live anymore.
so
Tell the story. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, so he went what he wanted. He went to stay with one of his friends.
Wow.
And he called me for about a month. I wouldn't let him in for about a month. He kept calling. So finally I said, okay, what do you want to do?
Right.
And he said, Mom,
What's your plan?
I'm going to go get a job. I said, I said, you always go get a job. Here's the thing. Are you going to keep it this time?
There you
So
go.
he did. He went to work for the city.
Okay.
And it was seasonal. And when it wasn't seasonal, he could work part-time. I was fine with that. I was fine. At least he was doing something, you know.
Right.
So then he met a girl for 2 years. They dated. And then they decided they wanted to be together. So I said, that's great. Y'all just gonna be together here. So they decided that they would wait 6 more months and then they would get together. So they moved to Iowa.
Oh, wow.
Started raising a family in Iowa. And then when the second one got 18, I sent him to the first one in Iowa.
Wow.
I'm in Chicago. I sent him to Iowa.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, Mom, Terrell's down here. You got to tell him come home. I said,
No, I see it down there.
Not in Chicago. I said, no. I said, you get a chance to see what you put me through with him. So he's staying with you now. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
So he began to do the same. He went and got a job with the railroad, got his own place, started raising his own family and stuff.
This is the second one.
This is the middle one.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So now I got the youngest one, okay, to deal with.
How
Sent him
old
off
is he
to
at this
college.
point?
Sent him off to college. He did great the first semester. Second semester, whenever we call, he's never there. I gave him a credit card to use it in emergencies. Okay.
Oh boy.
I had to pay it and close it.
Yep. Yep. I knew that.
So every time I turn around, his dad would give him money to come home. I said,
that's what dad do.
He needs to stay at school. So guess what? I sent him to Iowa.
Oh. Now listen, does your oldest son know that you're sending him?
Yeah. But he went to school. The youngest one went to school to be an electrician. Okay. Got his own place, his own home, the whole 9 yards.
Now this is why he was in Iowa?
All of this is why they're in Iowa.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. You know, my husband didn't like it, but you know, if he'd have said too much, I'd have sent him to Iowa. we were cool, you know. So now, you know, so I mean, but I was praying for them the whole time, just praying for them and asking God to give them, as I wanted them to have women that not only loved them, but liked them as well. I wanted them to have jobs that they loved and would stay on and work. I wanted them to have their own homes, okay? And I wanted them to have peace of mind in their homes. And that's what I prayed for years, you know, until all of that became a reality. Okay. But it's just like I say, I think you just have to have boundaries or what have you. But they knew when they went to Iowa with my oldest son, he was not going to tolerate them long. Okay. So they had to get out and go do something. Okay. But they knew they couldn't come back to me. That was out. Okay.
But see,
I must say, they're all doing great.
Wow.
Oh,
Yes.
That's great.
Oh, yes.
See, now I have a story, just contrast to that. It's just absolutely, my sister, one of the sweetest women God created, just a sweet person. She has a boy and 2 girls. Her boy, when he was 12 years old, I told her, sis, you are raising a monster. Raising a monster. He had no rules. He had no guidance. She would just about let him do whatever he wanted to do. Boy, good looking boy. He was fast. He ran track. He played football. He was, I mean, just a great athlete. But he had no
home training.
No home training. He had no way of becoming, and I was young at the time, and I should have been more to him, for him, or whatever. But I being young, but I could see. So he 12 and 13, and then 14. You know, he going on through school. He in high school, he was a decent student, a great, like I said, great athlete. He went off to college. He called her at the end of the first semester and said, "Hey, Mom, can you guys come get me?" She said, "What's wrong with your car?" "My car broke down." "Okay, we'll be over there to get him. We'll be over to get you." Oh. Now he's back in Mississippi, but just for the sake of this conversation, let's say he lived here in Orlando, and he went to school in Jacksonville. So they're on their way to Jackson. "Okay, we'll come get you." "Oh, no. I'm in Miami." Exactly. So where are you in Miami? "Well, I'm down here with a friend." "So, okay, we'll come and get you." So when he got him, and you know, when kids in college, they won't talk to the parents unless you're going to send them some money. You know, they don't talk to you about no grades. They don't talk to you about no attendance, none of that stuff. But money, they'll talk to you. So end of the semester, "How are your grades?" "Oh, they all right. Come next term." "Oh, I ain't going back." Well, he flunked out anyway. He ain't been in school the whole semester. He been running back and forth to Miami and Daytona and everywhere. So
using up that money and the party.
Yeah, there you go. So, and then okay, all right. So she's a manager at McDonald's, and so he's not going back to school. "Well, I'm gonna get you a job." So she gets him a job at McDonald's. He don't never show up. They calling her, "Hey, your son ain't showing up for work. He's supposed to be opening this morning." Blah 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 blah. So that went on and off, whatever. Then a little while after that, hey, the assistant manager, she come up pregnant.
Whoa.
She come up pregnant. This girl down the road, she come up pregnant. When he was in college, he got some girl pregnant there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He's got how many kids all the same age? He got 3 kids all the same age right now today. Okay, so that's why he 18, 19. At about 20, he had one of them pregnant up in Chicago, probably up in Miss Dorothy neighborhood somewhere.
He get around, don't he?
Yeah, he get around. So he goes up there to spend time with the little boy, mainly the girl. Something happened to the child while he up there. Yeah. Oh, it gets worse. Police come to the hospital. because baby got to go to the hospital. Hospital said, this ain't normal. They called the police. And I don't know what he told the police, but I always told my son, all you have to say to the police, if they arrest you, is I want a lawyer. That's all you have. That's all you need to say, whether you did what they said you did or not. All you need to say, I want a lawyer. But him, I don't know what he said, but it was not the right thing. And they arrested him in Chicago. They arrested him, put him in jail, no bond. Put him in jail, no bond, set him a court date. And fast forward in the story, they wanted to give him 30 years to life.
Ooh.
I think they ended up giving him 15. He ended up serving a great percentage of that. He come out of there halfway gay, or all the way gay, but at least halfway. And he done made 3 or 4 babies since then.
Oh wow!
Won't work. He said he wanted to be a detailer. I say, listen, nephew, go up there, get my mama a van, clean it up once a week, send me a bill, I'll pay it. That was 6 years ago. Ask me how many bills I've got. Won't work in a pie factory tasting pie. He's a sad, and now his son, the oldest one, from the assistant manager, heading the same direction he going. Ain't fit for nothing. His mama called me when he was about 12. Uncle Tony, they call me Tony. Uncle Tony, your nephew is doing this and he's doing that. I'm like, listen, send him down here. I'll get him in school. I work with him. I get him, I think about it. Now, at least one baby later, one jail sentence. He about to go to jail. Wow. He ain't fit for nothing. Sorry is all get out. But just contrasting to the story that you told, you poured into them boys. You set parameters. You gave them rules. You gave them regulations. You gave them you can go this far, but don't go this far, because there are consequences if you go that far. That boy had none. He had none, and he's now he's a 36 year, at least 36-year-old piece. Just it's sad. Sad. He has no direction, has no future. It's a sad state of affairs. At 12, when I told her you're raising a monster, and I told her you're going through. I don't want him to be raised like we were raised. You were raised like your boys were raised. We were raised. But there's a difference. Then there's a difference. You on mute, Doc.
With today's children, well, let's say when we were coming along. I know when I was coming along, when Camille was coming along, and you may can witness to this too. If Mama wasn't there, Grandma was there. Okay, Grandma didn't play either. Now I see my grandmother. They always said when grown folks are talking, you don't have no business being in. You not only be quiet, you got no business being in the same room.
Yeah.
So I seen her. She was talking. My nephew walked up to say something to her. She slapped him. He hit his knees and slid into the kitchen.
You can't do that now, boy. You go to jail. You say something.
I'm gonna go to jail.
But that's what it's all about. You know what? I don't care what nobody say. Okay. Even with my great grandchildren, when they come here, they know that there's certain things they can do and certain things they cannot do here. Okay. And that's just the way it is, and I don't take down. Okay. And I tell them real quick, I have one granddaughter that loves to come over here, but she she's 10 going on 90. Okay. Grandma, why this? Grandma, why that? Can I said, little girl, if you don't get somewhere and sit down, let me tell you what I'm gonna do for you. Okay. And I ain't no belt. I go get that cord. Okay. I go get that cord. I say, you can call anybody you want, you can tell anybody you want. But if you don't get your tail in that front room and sit down and watch TV or do whatever you're gonna do, I say, I'm gonna get that tail of yours, okay? Like, you know, she'll go to walking with her hands on her butt, you know, kind of had a I'm like, get out of here. But that's the way her dad he lets her do
exactly
all of that, you know. But like I say, when they come to me, I ain't got time for all of that garbage. Okay. You know, either when you're with me and you're in my house, you're gonna either do what I say or you're gonna get out. It's simple as that. You know,
those two choices. That's correct. Those two choices.
That's it. I'm grown. And when I started going to Fabulous Camille's home, I watch what she does. I know she don't like dishes in the sink at nighttime. Okay. So if they're whatever they're doing, guess what? I'm washing dishes. I'm
respect. That's respect.
Okay? One of the things, if she wash, guess what? I'm folding clothes. I'm folding clothes. She gotta do it. All right. So
I want you to come here and do that.
I know I don't have to do that, but I'm watching and I'm mimicking. Okay. I'm there, I'm resting. So I'm doing some things to kind of give her a little rest as well.
Yeah.
Take some of the load off of her. So I watch what she does. So I expect the same thing. Like every one of my spiritual sons that come here, I got a bathroom up here, right? There's a bathroom downstairs in the basement. You know what they do? My sons and them, they head straight to the basement and go to the bathroom downstairs. And they'll don't go in. Don't go in. That's Mama Ross's bathroom. Downstairs, okay. So, and guess what? I even had it remodeled and prettied up. So whenever somebody comes, you know, they got a gorgeous looking bathroom that they can in. Okay.
Right. But that's
respect.
Yeah.
You know, these kids, they don't know nothing about respect.
No.
You know? And there's no example. You know, you have to set an example.
Right. They do what people allow them to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not like it used to be. I went into the store last week, and this little girl, oh my God, I wanted to grab her and lift her up and look at her and said, do you understand that you're a child?
Right.
She was talking trash to her mother because she wanted some new doll. And the mom was just sitting there like she's about to cry. And you know that thing touch you on your shoulder, grab it, grab her. I'm like, no, I'm not going to grab this child because I'm going to go to jail. This is not my child. Step back, Camille. Camille, step back. Step back, Camille. Step back. Don't grab the child. And Camille stepped back. And I looked at her. As soon as I got in the truck, I called my husband. I said, aren't you glad we don't have any babies anymore? He said, what happened? I was telling him. I said, yes, Lord, this is what happened. This lady there trying to be a mom, but this little girl that she done dragged up, she wasn't, brought up. She was dragged up, not listening to her, throwing a fit, cussing. And she looked like she's about 7 to 9, cussing. That's what I want. I want it. And you're going to give it to me. Because if you don't give it to me, I'm going to kill myself. I said, what?
Well, she probably heard her mom doing all of that craziness too.
Exactly.
You know, that's what she got it from. Because I know I see it in the store. Mom's cussing and acting a fool, and I have to turn my back, to keep from saying anything.
There was a program they were talking about homework, and this lady, she posts something on the internet, and she says she don't want her kids coming home with homework because she ain't got time to be helping her kids to do homework.
Oh,
The teacher need to take away the homework thing. The teacher need to teach them. Her job is to have fun
and play with
her kids, not to do homework. You know, and I'm like, wow. So I would love to talk to her, and I'd love to say, you're an idiot, and you're going to raise an idiot. Because, yes, she said her job is to have fun and play with her kids, not to do homework. And these are the people that we have that raising kids. And you know, one of the sad thing about it, and we had a conversation a few days ago. I remember Camille and I, we went to pick up this a client from the hospital. She just had a baby.
Right there.
And we had to get a car seat because you can't take the baby out of you can't take the baby out of the hospital without you have a car seat.
Without a car seat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But the car seat comes with a manual. It shows you, okay, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to set it up. But the baby don't have a manual. There's no instruction. There's no guidance. There's nothing about how to take care of this baby. But the car seat that you're going to sit the baby in
have instruction.
You know, and you can't take the baby out of the hospital without the car seat. Car seat have instruction. Baby, no instruction. So you got this teenager that's going home with this baby with no instruction. She have more instruction about the car seat than about the baby.
Right.
And that's the society that we live in.
It is. That's a book that I bought a few years ago, back when I was teaching, because it was so relevant. I'm like, it's not the kids, it's the parents.
Yes.
It's not the kids, because they're children. They're children. If
they don't know. They don't know anything.
They're children, right? They don't know. Because they're watching, observing, listening, they're absorbing all of the things that they see you do, that they hear you say, that they get from you. Yes. And then they go out there into the public, into the world, and they hear all
vocalize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell them, don't do this. Oh, don't do this. Well, you're doing it.
You're doing it.
So you tell, oh, don't do this. Don't do this. This is wrong, but you're doing it. They're not hearing that. They see you.
I know we could go on all night long in this conversation when it comes to children, but you know how it goes. We have an hour and we already beat over that hour because there's so much that we need to put into having that real conversation, you know, hanging around real people and not sugarcoating what we got to say.
We got to bring Mama
today we're gonna so today we're gonna have to catch this up on the next side. So what we're gonna do is do our last word of encouragement, because parents are going to be looking at this and they're going to be like, yeah, they're talking about me. Yeah, we're talking about you. We're talking about you, and you. The ones that are afraid to talk to their children, the one that's afraid to make sure that what they're doing, their children are not doing. But like my brother just said, they watch you, they listen to you. So don't believe they're not listening. They're listening, and they're going to practice what you teach them. So for me, I'm just going to step back. You guys do your last word, and then I'll close it out.
I mean, I've been talking for long. I have more to say.
Well,
I know you got more to say, my brother.
I'm gonna before Mr. Hill takes it into another hour. You know, but you know, for me, I think it's all about, like the book that you had about the parents, and I think it's about re-educating the parents it's a thing whereas now if parents are afraid of their children, okay, or that they're at a point where they're their children's friends and party mates and things like that, they need to be re-educated all over again, but they have to make that decision. So I would say to any parent that's out there, okay, whether they're single, whether it's a husband and a wife together, okay, you need to get it together yourself. Okay. You cannot lead if you're not leading yourself. So you need to clean up yourself, clean up your act, clean up what you do in front of your kids, what you say, and how you go about doing things. And I can guarantee you, if you lay down some boundaries and just do it unafraid, as they say, then you'll make some changes in your own household.
Yeah, so I'll piggyback on that. And I think Rob will appreciate this with the garden sentiment, but go outside. To your point, parents, you need to go outside. You need to go outside and you need to get in the word, right? So the word will tell you who you are and who you should be to your children. But the going outside, meaning plant what you want to produce.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Plant what you want to produce. And then just with the time that we had over in Africa, you can learn from the animals, but you are going to get like stays with like.
Yeah.
Right? Elephants, mother elephants are training baby elephants.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Female lions are training the cubs.
Oh yeah.
So right. So you're going to get what you plant. Let's start planning something new.
Yes. Let's start planning something new.
Right. And as I would tell my kids in my class, I don't have teenage friends. I don't have teenage friends. I may be friendly, but I'm not your friend. You don't need me to be your friend. You need me to be your guide. So I think more parents need to take on that same attitude. Your children, they don't need you to be their friend. That's not your job in life. It's not your job in life to make your kids like you. Your job in life is to make those kids productive adults. The only way they'll be a productive adult is you train them while they're a child, so they will understand that life is way more than the shortest period of time that I'll have in life, which is a teenager. That's the shortest amount of time you'll spend in any point in your life, being a teenager.
Most vulnerable.
That's it, right? So yeah, you need to be prepared for that 21-year-old, because once you're 21, you're grown to death. You know that's it. So parents, we need to get better at getting our children prepared for life rather than for this weekend.
It's good. And I'm gonna follow up with that. My mom always says, she says, you're gonna hate me now, but you're gonna love me later.
Yeah.
She always never understand. I didn't understand it until now when I get old. She says, you're gonna hate me now, but you're gonna love me later.
You love me later.
Because the things I'm doing for you,
they're for later.
It's for later. It's not for now. And that's what parents need to do. Don't bother about they loving you and try to get them to all lovey-dovey. No. Do what you need to do, and they'll love you later.
Yeah.
And that's more important.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, we have accomplished something today because I know parents are listening. And one of the things we have to make sure we understand that we are human beings, but at the same time, when it comes to our children, they are our future. And if we, as the adult, don't fix it, we're in trouble. So this is real people, real conversation. and we will let it rip. And we will talk to you guys soon. Stay blessed, stay safe, and stay absolutely fabulous. We'll see you guys later.